and Mo, Deuce and Mo, Deuce and Mo. They tell you what they know.
Do it for Deuce and Mo, Deuce and Mo. Hey, do it for Deuce and Mo. When it comes to the Kings, it's my favorite show. Do it for Deuce and Mo, Deuce and Mo. Hey, do it for Deuce and Mo. When it comes to the Kings, big hopes and dreams as we cover our kings. Never cover the kingdom, but we loving our kings. And we covered your prayers as we doing our thing. Big Deuce with the par, Lil Mo on the screen. Solo or together, still do it for team. Never switch up for $1 or revenue stream. So we always got each other, balance out the beam. Deuce and Mo, and that's the end of the theme song. Do it for Deuce and Mo. Deuce and Mo. Hey, do it for Deuce and Mo. When it comes to
Happy
the Kings,
Monday
it's my
night.
favorite show. Do it for
Carlin,
Deuce and Mo.
what are you doing down there?
Deuce and Mo.
I appreciate you guys being live with us tonight. Kings are 6-18 after 24 games.
What up, Deuce?
Hey.
Hey, Morgan.
Woo! Hi.
I'm rooting for y'all.
But what about the Christmas pup? Let's go, Carlin.
Yeah.
Deuce and
Yeah.
Mo. Yay.
Appreciate you guys being with us. Hours after the Kings lost, Morgan was in San Francisco tonight on NBC Sports California with Kyle Draper on pre and post game. And I was like, I don't know, Malik Monk in the second half.
Dude,
DNP.
our girl Monica, who does an amazing job behind the scenes on some of our shows, she was like, "Oh, did Deuce take the night off?" And I literally had that same reaction. I was like, oh. She goes, "Oh, wait, what am I thinking?" Like, no. And I was like, no, no.
No, come on.
Come
I
on
would
now.
work all 82 if I could. Come on. Appreciate you guys so much for being here. If you haven't done yet, hit the thumbs up and subscribe. Shout out to the certified basketball sickos who are hanging with us during a grueling Kings season, to say the least, and just being here to process it with us, talk about some other things, share some laughs, share frustrations, and probably cry at some point this year.
Yeah. I don't know. I would cry if something good happened, I think.
Yeah, I will not cry with anything related to the Kings on
Dude,
the court.
Thank God, like, we're even doing a fun Christmas episode. You said that beginning of November. You're like, can we do a Christmas episode this year?
Yeah.
I just don't know where the season is. I'm like, yeah, like, let's make sure we're spreading cheer and joy and whatever. I didn't think like we need that much joy and cheer and all the things.
Yeah, gonna need a lot of it. Man, tonight was rough. I trust.
Thank you.
There's some good things too. Like they got back in the game. I'm like, oh, cool, interesting. They fought back into it, but like the first half defense, then the end of game defense just
my
left
God.
you going, what on earth? And by the way, expectations. I'm aware. This is not
Fully
like
aware.
we're sitting here going, I expect better from this group. It's like,
No.
well, no, they kind of are what they are. Let's be honest about it. But it doesn't mean it's any easier to watch. Let's get to some people watching us live. Shout out to the basketball sickos. I see Wes and Kat, the baby daddy, in the building. What's up, love? Who else do we have? We got Mike. We got Cody. Jay Belinsky. Digital Henry. What's up, Ash? Shout out to Wanson donating $10. Let's give him a hell yeah.
Give me a hell yeah.
Said your last show hit me hard. You said we need to have dogs in our lives. I just got a puppy and dealing with the puppy blues, but you and your dog reminded me that love is worth it. Thank you. I'm going to raise a happy dog. Can I just say this? Okay.
That can make me cry.
Look,
That can make me cry.
anyone who's had a puppy before understands that, like, the excitement. It's so cute. And then
Yeah.
you come home and you're like, oh my God, what did I do? It's overwhelming. And there's gonna be moments that you're gonna be tested the next few months. I promise you, it gets better. Just train, do all the right things.
Do all the right things from the
Love,
start. Oh my
walk,
gosh. Love.
play.
But by the way, even doing the right things, like the dog can end up having its own personality. It can end up still hating dogs. It can still end up hating kids or people. It could love people but hate dogs.
Yep.
Like all the things, but just try and do all the do the things that you have knowledge of, and
don't freak out
and enjoy it even when it's hard, because getting through it will be like one of your best challenges that you've ever faced.
Yes, and it's the greatest thing you will ever have. The love that a dog gives, it's unbelievable. It's it like someone in the chat, Valinsky says it's part of the process. Yeah, it's part of the process. Did not think we were going to be breaking down puppies in the pre-show today, but I love it. Dude, it is. It is a process because oh my God, they peed here. They put another word of advice. Just don't leave anything out. People complain about, oh, my dog got this. It's like, yeah, because you left it out. Anything that you think could be chewed on, and I mean anything, needs to be out of the way.
Yeah, and it
Just
will
hide
only
it.
make you more organized and better in your life. Like that's what the dog makes everything better in your life. Your fur baby.
Shout out to pets. Let's give some pets some love.
Give me a hell yeah.
Nothing like you feel down.
Oh my God.
In life, your team sucks. The Kings are 6-18. You come home. Oh, there's Carl.
And by the way,
that's not how it
no,
sounds like
not
at all.
Like, but even still, the difficult, challenging moments and like where you just resent them and you're just like,
oh yeah,
why did I do this? Why did I do this? And then the other times where you just feel so shitty and guilty because you can't be with them 24/7, and then you think about like making them an emotional support dog through the government, and then you realize that that's actually probably not a good idea. You know, like you go through all the things.
Our puppy chewed out our crown molding. Yeah, I mean, look,
you can't really move that.
Let's get some apple cider spray or something.
Yeah, it will screw with your molding, but it will teach it to like not have that anxiety.
So Omar says, can this be the entire podcast? No need to talk about the Kings' fourth quarter ending tonight.
Yeah, so what's your favorite thing about your dog?
Oh man, I'm gonna need a few hours if you don't mind. Yeah.
Oh my God.
I'll just save everything for the podcast. Hit the thumbs up and subscribe. Let's have some fun tonight. Deuce and Mo, we're coming down. 3, 2, 1. Hit my music.
Deuce and Mo. Deuce and Mo. Deuce and Mo. They tell you what they know. Deuce and Mo. Deuce and Mo. Deuce and Mo. The podcast that you know.
Welcome into the Deuce and Mo podcast, recording this on a Monday night, the final game of a 3-game road trip for the Sacramento Kings, taking on the defending Eastern Conference champions. A little different, right? A lot of guys out. Tyrese Halliburton included, Miles Turner in Milwaukee, but it was a Pacers team playing some better basketball as of late. They've got an identity, and you saw it on full display. Kings got down big. They got down 19, clawed their way back into the game in large part because Russ and some of the guys like Precious and Keon and Nick Keegan stepped up in a big way. The Kings actually got the lead in the fourth quarter. They took a 4-point lead. You're thinking, oh, wow, the Kings are going to steal this one tonight. The Pacers answered on an 11-0 run. Andrew Nembhard, Pascal Siakam closed the door, and Sacramento fell apart down the stretch. The Pacers closed on a 19-4 run to end the game and beat Sacramento tonight, 116-105. Sacramento now tied with the Pacers at 6-18 on the season. This podcast is always presented by our friends here at Centivo Vineyards and Winery. I'm Deuce Mason. That's Morgan Reagan. How you doing, Mo?
Go. The Centivo Vineyards and Wine. I was just thinking about like this game and how I just want to drink a whole bottle. I mean, truly, it's tough to watch. It's tough, even in that comeback. Like it was funny. I felt disconnected from this game. I even enjoyed the way it started. Like it seemed there was promising things, and then once it kind of just went away, I was like, oh. This is what it's going to be, end of the road trip. And then when you did see that fight, the claw back in the third, and then a little bit of a lead, that started in the fourth.
Yeah.
I liked the fight back, but even when they got the lead, I was like, there's something off about this, huh? Like where Morgan, still weren't doing things right.
The Pacers don't have so many players right now. I mean, it's crazy. Aaron Nesmith, Tyrese Halliburton, Obi Toppin. The list goes on. A lot of guys are not playing for them. And, TJ McConnell missed time. But it's funny, no matter who they have, and I'm not saying it's been like this the whole year, but now that Siakam's playing at a high level, Nembhard's playing at a high level, Ben Mathurin has been playing at a really good level. You see the same identity. It may not flow the same without Tyrese Halliburton, but the identity is the same. What are they going to do? They're going to play with pace, and then defensively, they're going to play physical. It doesn't matter who's out there tonight. There's going to be a level of physicality. It's their identity. And it's a beautiful thing. It's crazy to look at the Pacers and go, they're 6-18. They're terrible. I remember last post-game show with you and Draper, and he was giving me some grief because I was like, I'm telling you, the Pacers are tougher than you realize. They're playing better basketball. Guys are coming back. And sure enough, what you saw tonight was that team that has an identity. They formed a culture. So even though Tyrese Halliburton is sitting on the bench in a Johnny Furphy jersey tonight, his imprint are still all over this team. Rick Carlisle, such a great coach too. And this is the result. Yeah, the Kings got back into the game and the Pacers had to get their shit together. But you know what else happened? They just put Siakam back in the game. Nembhard back in the game. A large portion of the Kings making a push, not to take away from Sacramento, was against the bench unit of the Indiana Pacers tonight.
Yeah.
So the issues we saw from Sacramento are kind of the same issues we've been talking about all year long. They're not good enough defensively. And when they're not locked in, especially in transition, they've got no shot. And tonight, they got back in this game because they got some stops and were pushing the ball. But once it became crunch time, once Siakam and Nembhard were back in the game and it was closing time, what did you see? Well, when you're not getting back in transition, bang, bang, three.
Well, that mental lapses too. Like it was transition defense toward the end, but it was also going under screens. It was not respecting who had the ball in their hands.
Playing off shooters.
Yeah, KYP, know your personnel.
Why would you play off Andrew Nembhard?
And I think even one time toward the end, it was like Precious Achua that came out and just had his hand up. And it's like, no, not just your hand. Your whole effing body needs to be in his space, in his face, taking away his vision. And that's exactly it. It's like, someone might see that play that I'm specifically talking about when Andrew Nembhard had one of the late game crunch time threes.
I mean, he had a monster fourth quarter.
Precious put his hand up and it's like, oh, but he got his hand up. And it's like, no, but this is after he's already getting hotter and going off. Like, you have to be so all up in him, almost run him off the line. See, although those times would happen and he'd still take it to the rack as well. And it just felt like the help was never there. People were in the paint with ease. How many times have I used that freaking sentence?
I mean, tonight it was crazy because, you looked at the numbers. You're like, the points in the paint. Sacramento's not doing bad defending the paint tonight. It's like, yeah, but, they had 20 free throws in the first half. The Pacers had 20 free throws in the first half. Luckily, they only had 28 the entire game, but then they got exactly what they wanted. I was actually going to bring up the box score because I felt like although Sacramento did out-rebound Indiana in this game by 10, 51-41, I'll tell you, by the end of the game, it did not feel like that at all. It felt like Indiana got all the 50-50 balls in that fourth quarter. It felt like their rebounding was massive. I'm looking at the rebounding. Well, sure enough, Indiana +2 in the fourth quarter, 14-12. They also had 7 offensive rebounds in the quarter.
All the categories do not tell the whole story. Like, even whenever I look down at fast break points, like at the half and everything, they're not counting moments where it's just like
getting the ball ahead,
an early offense opportunity, right? Where they're just like knocking down an early offense 3 and they wouldn't consider it a fast break. Or even the play at the end of the second quarter going into the half when Nembhard went all the way to the basket, they didn't even consider that a transition, or I'm sorry, a fast break point. They did not put it. So like, my point being is like those categories, whatever the criteria is for a fast break point or whatever it is, isn't telling the whole story. There's so much more bad. And just like you mentioned, even with some of the rebounding at the end, it felt more deflating. It felt like a million 50-50 balls, a million rebounds were going in their direction.
And the other note of the second half, Malik Monk did not play in the second half. Neither did Drew Eubanks. Malik was not, I mean, he was 0 for 5 in that first half. And the Kings had their issues. He was part of a group that the lead got kind of big with. And I'm not acting like he's perfect, but I was just, oh, wow. Surprised he didn't.
Same.
However, Keon had some really good moments tonight, so he played a little more. And then Russ played 40 minutes.
Yeah.
My new rule. My new rule I want instituted by Thursday against Denver.
Well, it's not going to happen, but what?
No one on this team that has been in the league 5+ years should be playing 40 minutes in a game.
Okay.
Unless it went to 7 overtimes and you were forced to.
Damn, dude.
I'm seeing a 40-minute game from Levine the other night. DeRozan, tonight Russ. And by the way, Russ had some incredible moments. The Kings do not get back in this game if it wasn't for Russell Westbrook. It's nothing against him at all with that. But I'm just looking like, again, I just started looking at the rest of the minutes. DeRozan plays 36, 38 for Levine. Well, no, Malik can't play because there's no minutes available.
That sure. And I'm not even like totally, I'm whatever about the
Nick played 14.
I'm whatever about the Malik Monk minutes. And I know, but when you still see some of those minutes, I totally agree. And with the Russell Westbrook thing, you got to let it ride though, when he's playing like the way he is. And I know what we're going to say. The way he was playing only on one side of the court, because he definitely was not playing defense during his run.
He has moments of good defense, but I'll tell you, when the Kings took the lead 101-90, it was 101-97, okay? Because you had that stretch. Russ hit a 3 that cut it to 97-95. Precious ties the game at 97. Then Russ had back-to-back buckets to make it 101-97. And you're like, great. Then one of the next offensive plays down for Sacramento, I think it was Achua missing at the rim. And in transition, it's an open 3. No one picked up the offensive player in transition. And I went back and watched it, and I went, okay, Levine came over for a late contest. He had to come from the opposite side. No one got that man. And it was Russ should have gotten that guy.
Sure.
And he was jogging back. And then the next play, that was another 3 from Nembhard this time. It was just Russ playing too far off of Andrew Nembhard 3-ball. And then all of a sudden, in a blink of an eye, a 101-97 lead evaporates, 103-101, and it ended up being an 11-0 run after that. It's the details, and Sacramento's not good enough to like play off a guy or not get back the right way in transition. It's not just about Russ. The Kings have had it's been a theme. But the reality is, when you are a team like Sacramento, there's no shortcuts. You have to be engaged,
You have to.
especially against a Pacers team that thrives in transition. You can't make it easier for them. And they killed you in the first half that way. Why would you let that happen in the late stages of a close game in the fourth quarter when you just got the lead?
Late stages. And yeah, it's all of it in transition though. It's like the inability to protect the rim in transition, or like there was a time in the first half, I think it was the first half. Yes, it was. And they just like, it could have been Garrison Matthews that chucked the ball out, Pascal Siakam, cherry picking, or, whatever. And DeMar's right there. And yes, it was. And Siakam just goes up for an easy jam. DeMar's right there. DeMar was never going to block it. He was never going to do anything. But here's my thing, and I said this on the post-game show too. I said, optics. Optics matter. Just make it look like you're going to run by and attempt to block. Like, don't swipe him. Don't hit him on accident or anything, but just like get in his range of space or something to look like, the attempt is there.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's not there. And there's so many times it wasn't there.
Do you want a number that you're going to hate?
What do you know? But you're going to tell me.
You know, the Kings are 3 games out of the play-in. At 6-18, they're just 3 games out of the final spot in the play-in. And guess who's in that spot? Portland,
Bro.
who they placed twice coming up. All of a sudden, by like a week and a half from now, we could be talking about play-in.
I quit.
Let's go.
I quit. No, tell NBC I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm literally taking a vacation. No.
I saw that today because I was like, oh, let me look at the standings because the Kings are tied, one of the worst. I think they're tied for the third worst record in the NBA. And I was like, oh, man, they must be buried. And you're like, how are they 3 out of the play-in?
Deuce, that is
Dear
like one
God.
of the worst numbers you could have even, like, I feel disgusted.
Oh, I know.
Like,
but
throw up in my
that number
throat.
could have been 2.5 had they won tonight. So it would have been even scarier. But it's just nuts that with how the season has gone after 24 games, that is even, I look at that and go, how is that possible?
I like all the tankathon people. I don't give a shit about tank. I cannot have this team
By the way,
play a playing game.
By the way,
cannot.
you guys realize I'm not rooting for that. I hope you guys can tell it was a joke.
Yeah, no. Not only is it a joke, it's how disgusted we are that number is even close. Because my God, I am planning knowing that's been my thing each year for the last couple years. It's like, are the Kings gonna be in the plane? Are they not? And like not knowing at the end of the year is just so annoying because then you don't know when your season's gonna end. And now that we're doing WNBA too, it's like we just need a sliver of a fucking break, and so I just need them to not make a plan.
Morgan's already 1, 2, 3 Cancun. If you guys have not done it yet, make sure to hit the thumbs up and subscribe. I appreciate you guys so much for being here tonight. Make sure to comment after the podcast too. We saw the same starting lineup tonight. Maxime Reynaud got his second consecutive start, ends up playing 23 minutes in this game. He had 13 points and 8 rebounds. Russell Westbrook had a triple-double, his 4th as a member of the Sacramento Kings, his 207th of his NBA career with 24 points, 14 assists, 13 rebounds, 10 of 16 shooting in 40 minutes, 2 of 3 from downtown. Sneaky thing about Russ since he's been in Sacramento, shooting the ball well from 3 this year.
Yeah.
I'm also just... his ability to push and transit, it's refreshing to see, like, just go push the ball.
Yep.
And you could tell the guys out there thrive in those situations. His chemistry with Maxime Reynaud, they've developed a nice little 2-man game. He's getting others involved. Like, Russ was outstanding offensively.
He loves connecting with the bigs. I mean, how many times in the beginning of the season, whenever he was in with Drew Eubanks, I was like, Deuce, he's making Drew Eubanks look good out there. Like he just does a good job of making some of these guys better, connecting with them, 14 assists, like you mentioned, but also the way that he is pushing the pace. Someone had to do it. Someone had to start doing it and do it more and more and more. And that's what I love about his game at this stage of his career, at this age, that he is still capable of being that speedy and getting it up the floor and like evolving with the league and where it is.
Yeah, he was really good, especially in that third quarter. Remember, Indiana's making some headway here, right? They've got the big lead, and Russ keeps pushing the pace. We also got a Russ rocking the baby moment when the Kings won 11-4. Oh, was that in the first half? We got to rock the baby.
Yeah.
That was sweet. Yeah. He ends up securing a triple-double at the 4-minute mark of that third quarter. The Kings are finally getting some stops. That was impressive to see. You saw Achua cut it to 4-92-88 going into the fourth quarter. But I just thought that group in that fourth quarter that ended up getting the Kings the lead, you saw it was Russell Westbrook, Zach LaVine, Keon Ellis, Neek Clifford, and Precious Achua. Their activity was just fantastic. You just see their ability to, again, they were going up against some of the bench unit. Like you saw Isaiah Jackson out there, Jarris Walker, Garrison Matthews, TJ McConnell, Furphy. They were playing their bench unit at times in that. But it was still refreshing to see the Russ just running the floor with those guys. Mm-hmm. They were defending well. They were getting rebounds and pushing the pace. And Doug elects to, late in this game, go back with more of his guys. He ends up taking Keon out. And that was a tough one because you're looking at who do you take out in that moment, right? Keon's playing well. Neek's playing well. He ends up putting Keegan and DeMar back in the game. Right when DeMar was back in this game, Indiana, after they got Siakam back in, Nembhard, those guys, they were going at LaVine and DeMar DeRozan every single time.
Yeah.
Every time they were just going after switches. They were hunting. And it was like, okay, if one of those guys, we can't get one of those guys, let me attack Achua. Like all of a sudden, Chu who was I thought really good tonight, was in a tough spot trying to deal with Siakam. But this is the thing I would say with Doug is like, and this is something we brought up before this year, is, he talks about identity all the time. And this is what our identity is, when really he's talking about what he wants it to be. If you want to be a defensive team, then some nights just close with your defensive lineup that you feel like is getting you stops.
Yeah.
And I understand like it goes back to what we keep saying. Anytime a game is close, it seems like he'll just lean on going with DeMar. He'll lean like, we got to get a win. We got to get a win.
And I understand how difficult that can be at times, right? It's like, you're like, God, I know what these guys are capable of. I not only have seen it throughout their careers, I see it at practice, I see it, blah, 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 whatever. But like, you have to, it's so true, Deuce. You have to go not only with like the flow and the trust of the game, but also to where they are at in the season. And these minutes are more valuable to a Neek and a Keon than they ever will be for the rest of their lives to DeMar. And even, Levine was in that lineup that we were talking about first, but whatever. But like, even if it was just one tweak and you're like, all right, we're going to leave in Keon, but take out Neek, or all right, we're going to leave in Neek, but take out Keon, and sub Keegan in, whatever it is. I'm so with you on that, where I would love to see that. And I think that's why whenever we get excited to talk about, trade season, all these things, it's not because we don't like players or anything like that on this squad. It's because we just don't like how the roster is constructed and what it's done to take away minutes from people who are actually going to be here.
They're also 6 and 18.
And
like,
they're
it is what it
6 and
is.
18.
You know what I mean? I was looking back at some of my notes in the second quarter when it really did not go well for Sacramento in stretches of that. And it was, God, so much of it is defensively. There was one where no one picked up Pascal Siakam in transition with the ball. The guy's got the ball. Can we pick him up? And Eubanks came over like to into the paint and like eventually tried to contest it. But Siakam's at the rim at that point. Like what? The most dangerous person in transitions, the person with the ball.
Well, and it's
Pascal Siakam.
Pascal Siakam with the ball in transition is so dangerous because he can get just anywhere, even in the mid range, near the paint, near the key, and he's making a shot.
There was another one where Matherin got a wide open three.
Oh my God.
And it was Keegan had to switch, and he switched onto him for a second, but then he was taking back his matchup, and Levine didn't either understand it or was confused, or there's no communication. And Keegan's like, hey, like telling him, and it's too late. Matherin's got the ball, open three, wide open. It's like, that can't happen. You have to be locked in. One time a game, okay. But then there was another situation, I think it was a pick and pop, where Jay Huff had the ball at the 3-point line. And once the guard got it to Jay Huff's got the ball. No one goes to close out because, again, 2 went with the ball handler, right? So Jay Huff's at the top of the paint, open. He decides to put it on the floor. No one comes over to help. I'm like, that's not Victor Wembanyama putting the ball on the floor for the 3-point line. That's Jay Huff. This is not like a speedster, okay? Jay Huff, great story. G League guy, has grinded. Now he's starting in the NBA for the Pacers. He is from beyond 3-point line, not fast, by the way, putting the ball on the floor. No one comes up to defend him.
Or even like
you said
come
earlier,
over in time and
give me
help,
some help.
Just anything. Or like optics, make it look like you're about to help. Like anything. And too many of those moments are happening where it's like, oh, it's a lapse of judgment or a mental lapse on the defensive end. And that's just what it is. Yeah. It's like there's no learning from it. And it's like you said, Deuce, any of those miscommunications, things, those are things you're going to break down in a basketball game. It happens. But with the Sacramento Kings, it's like, it happens so consistently, and it happens every game. It happens multiple possessions. And so, it's hard to watch.
Let's get to some things you liked and didn't like.
Well, I loved Russ and his energy and the way he was pushing in the third, like especially in the third. So cool to see.
when you see a vintage Russ
Yeah.
game, especially during a 6 and 18 season, it's a little fun.
Yeah.
Like he's hitting shots.
In a Kings jersey, dude. It's
He's
like,
confident.
it's cool.
And it just felt like he had good balance. I mean, he's just a menace out there sometimes when he's crashing the glass, stealing rebounds from people, and including his teammates. But it's just like he's like a Tasmanian devil
I love
sometimes. Like,
that.
oh my God, where is he going? And he's pushing. And how many times I watch him going, this guy is in year 18 doing this, and he looks like one of the fastest guys out there. I just wish everyone had his motor and the relentlessness that he has. Like, if you
That's what makes him special and has made him last in this league for so long. And by the way, Deuce, like, I know when you see 40 minutes for him on a night like this, and when they're 6 and 18 or whatever it is, it's hard to see. But it's just like for someone like him, when he has those moments, in big moments in a game like this, it's just rewarding him too. It is at that point. I just can't get mad at them. And the other thing about Russ, he makes everyone around him better when he is out there. Sure, I don't want to see 40 minutes all the time, but I'm not going to complain about that tonight.
I got you.
Something else good. Let's see. I like seeing Max Reno with consistently, again, over 20 minutes.
Morgan, he's got a really good feel for the game.
He does.
And it just seems like he's becoming more confident, had some nice moves, some good tip outs. He ends up with 8 rebounds. He had 13 points. He did have 3 turnovers in this game. 5 of 8 shooting in 23 minutes, 3 of 4 at the free throw line. I think one of my favorite moments from him, let's see here. He had a turnover.
Okay.
And it wasn't a good one.
Okay.
He sprinted back in.
Oh, yeah.
Just to provide some sort of contest.
Yeah.
And that's one of my favorite things about him. The guy runs the goddamn floor.
Yeah, he
on both
does.
ends.
Yes, he does.
So he runs back. I don't know if he forced a miss, but I could tell you his presence maybe forced a miss. I don't know. He was in the play.
yeah.
And then he went back down, sprinted his ass way back down the floor, got the ball and dunked it home. So it's like, what? You just turned the ball over and you just made shit happen. You went back, got back in the play defensively, then ran the floor, got the ball and dunked it. Loved it.
Earning your minutes. Earning your minutes.
Yep.
But like also that's what you want to see
Yep.
from everyone, whether they make $1 million, trillion, $1 billion or $1.
Something else I like tonight, Neat Clifford. He ended up with 7 points in this game. He tried to dunk it on Jay Huff. And by the way, did he not get fouled? Okay. I thought he did too, but
I'm not even being a homer about that. Like, it was 100% like
a lot of body. And I'm not saying, I think Jay Huff touched the ball, but he also touched his chest.
Jay Huff is a tremendous shot blocker.
Yeah.
That was the most obvious foul to call in the game.
Yeah.
Like he went into, like, Nick was going into his body, but Jay Huff was also going to his body. It wasn't going straight up. There was nothing vertical about Jay Huff. But either way, who cares?
I like the attack from Neek.
Exactly.
Love seeing some Keon Ellis out there tonight. I'm trying to think of some other things I like tonight. We talked about Russ. Precious Achua.
Yes.
Precious Achua. Just a guy I love having on my team. He ends up with 11 points in 21 minutes, 5 of 9 shooting. He had 5 rebounds, 3 offensive rebounds. Good activity. And he's not perfect. You know, he had a couple of steals too. He also had 2 blocks. Wow. Good job, Precious. So 4 stocks for Precious Achua. There's going to be some problematic matchups at times for him, but I love seeing him out there, run the floor, play tough, hustles.
Mm-hmm.
He's one of those guys that you like.
Yeah. Nothing else I really liked about this game. I mean,
I'll tell you some things I didn't like. Here's one.
What?
We already talked about some of the transition defense. Come on, just basic, like find the ball, like don't play off shooters, all these things. One of the things I didn't like tonight, the Kings took 22 threes. 22 threes. They were 7 of 22 from downtown. It's hard to win in this league if all you're doing is taking 22 threes. For context, I went back and looked. 2015-16 season, 10 years ago. A season 10 years ago.
Oh, no.
If you took 22 threes, that was near the bottom of the NBA. That's 10 years ago. Now you have, in this season alone, 7 teams are shooting over 43s a game. Now, I'm not saying, hey, just jack up threes. But the Kings' offense at times, outside of when they're getting stops and pushing the ball, there's just not a lot going on because you don't your vets aren't moving off ball a lot. There's not a lot of movement.
No.
When do they look good? when they get stops and run.
Yeah. That's.
But they can't get stops consistently. They don't rebound well consistently. So other than that, their half-court offense, it's like, all right, DeMar's going to go one-on-one. Maybe the help comes. They kick it to an open man, swing. But, it's...
Even when they're, like, putting Levine in an action, like, with a flare or something, it's just... It never feels like it's done with that purpose for anyone. Like,
tonight? Levine is a good example of this because Andrew Nembhard and all those, they were putting so much pressure on him. That's what you should do when you take on Zach LaVine.
Correct.
Pressure him with the ball.
Correct.
Remember, he had that comment after the last game when he scored 42 points. What was the exact quote he had to the reporter?
It was, I could do it if they'd give me the damn ball.
I could do it every game if they gave me the ball. Is that what it was?
If I had the damn ball in my hands or
Chris
something.
Biederman actually talked to him about that today.
Ooh.
The quote, I can do that any night if they give me the damn ball enough.
Okay.
Enough. Levine told Biederman after the game, sometimes you talk a little mess to people. I'm a confident guy, so I'm going to go out there and talk a little mess sometimes. I think when you have a good game like that, you're very excited. For me, I know I can get it going at any time, regardless of the situation I'm in. I just take it as a thing with my confidence. Okay, so you could just tell he's trying to distance. Just kind of fired up after that game.
Yeah.
But my point is, tonight, they put a little more pressure on him. He tried to go in the first half. He got the ball. You say give him the ball, he can do that? Give him the ball. Johnny Furphy defended him well. Turnover. Late in this game, he's trying to go one-on-one with Ben Matherin, and Ben stood him up. Turnover. It's just those are the comments that people are going to run with when you say those things. It's like, okay, Zach, you got the ball tonight. What's it look like? Well, he ends up with 16 points, 6 of 13 shooting, 2 of 6 from downtown. He also had 5 turnovers in this game.
And the turnovers were not good. It was like just sloppy from him, like not doing something with like authority. Like this is me ripping a ball through. Like, I'm just like, that's what I wanted to see from him.
In last game, they had success with like some 2-man action, getting him coming off screens, like in the 2-man game with Max Reno, right? They were running some pick and roll situations, and he was getting some space. The difference is Indiana they switch. They play super physical and into you.
I was going to
like,
mention the defenders that were like, we even said it. If Davion was playing in that Heat game, how would that have slowed down Zach LaVine? It would have, but Zach LaVine was still on a heater. Like, he might have had one of those games where he was still feeling it, even if Davion was up in his grill. But what was it going to look like tonight when you do have a whole bunch of dogs on that Pacers roster that can get up in your grill and make you feel them? And that's what kind of happened tonight.
We got off on this Levine thing because I was talking about the 3-point shooting, but 22 threes. And it's just in today's game, there's a lot of this with the Kings issue that we talk about. In today's game, you have to be able to take and make threes. Unless you're like Houston, they're near the bottom of the NBA in 3-point attempts. They get to the free throw line a lot. They lead the league in second chance opportunities. They're awesome on the glass. Like, they create good looks, even if the percentage is down, or actually their percentage isn't bad. They just don't take a lot.
Take a lot of corner threes.
And that's the thing. The threes they do get are from the corner.
Effective threes.
Exactly. So, for Sacramento, it's like they don't take a lot of threes. They're not a good rebounding team. They're not good defensively. And they've got an older roster that's not very switchable. I mean,
it's not a recipe for success. And that's why, like, we had a friend who was texting us even like, I was talking to some people like, I just can't put my finger on it with the Kings. And I'm like, they have a roster that doesn't match up well with almost every single team in today's NBA, which is fast, young, athletic, long, all those things. And by the way, having older vets, however you want to put it, it's good for the team, but it's good for the team when they aren't your starters getting all the minutes and not allowing, other guys to develop in those very important times and with NBA experience.
Anything else I liked from tonight's game? I didn't like Keegan struggling with a shot. He came into this game questionable, ends up with 8 points and 10 rebounds in this game. Mentioned Drew Eubanks only played 5.5 minutes in this game. He had a rough outing for sure. He fouled Garrison Matthews on that 3-point
Oh,
attempt.
my
Ended
God.
up being a flagrant foul. And that was a 6-point swing early in the game.
6-point swing.
Yeah.
That's what that was.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Crazy. Because it was a 4-point play and then they scored after the free throw.
Yeah. I did not like a lot of things about.
I know you didn't like Malik. Oh, sorry.
No, about this game. But what were you going to say?
I said you didn't like Malik Monk not playing in the second half.
Oh, no, I was okay with it.
Not playing it at all?
I didn't understand it, but I'm fine with it.
Okay.
Because I just trust it at this point. I don't necessarily I'm not sitting here like, oh yeah, I like it. Like he wasn't playing good. Like take him out, blah, blah. Let Keon play. No. I'm curious what the feel of that was, but there was obviously.
It was like Russ was cooking and we were getting back in the game and Keon.
But there could always be more too. Like you just don't know. So, yeah, I mean, it's like the other night when it was like Levine played however many minutes, DeMar as well. And we were like, well, what happened? Sometimes there's just other stuff that just happens on the bench. And it's not just like, I don't know. I don't know. I'm just saying like, yeah, there could be more.
One more thing I liked. There was a sequence in the third quarter. Maxime Marino was switched on to Benedict Mathurin.
Mm-hmm.
Moved his feet well. Ben tried to drive on him, forced up some tough bullshit.
Because his
ends
effort,
up being a shot clock violation.
His effort's there. He's high IQ player. Like has a lot to learn. Has a lot he needs to do. But what I love, he's like a sponge, and you just see him like soaking up the knowledge and the experience. And he's like, all right, how can I put this into next game and into next game? And he's like talking it up out there on the floor. So many guys don't talk it up, and it's I just love it. I love it.
Communicate. Let's get to some more people in the chat. Another super chat from Wonton saying, Telegraph plays leading to so many turnovers, no matter our opponent. Just run Russ and the young blood the rest of the season. Waste experience minutes on vets. Yeah. Look, you're preaching to the choir. I think we've talked about that so many times on like every podcast episode. I see someone else in the chat. We need more Neek minutes. Yeah, dude. Give me a hell yeah. Please. Yeah. Just, try to be patient. I'm sure it's going to look different here soon coming up. We've got more coming up on the podcast. We got to talk about the latest Jonathan Kuminga stuff. Devin Carter has been assigned to the Stockton Kings. We'll talk about that. We got much more ahead, but we're presented today by our friends here at Sentivo Vineyards and Winery.
Drink up, my friends. SentivoVineyards.com. You can get all of your bottles there, or you can go to their tasting room, which is in Sassoon Valley. It's a beautiful tasting room. You can get bottles there as well. It's the holidays, so
it's a holiday season.
So drink your wine. You'll be fine. Hey, go to Sentivo Wines.
That's
Stupid.
the jingle. You nailed it.
That's their jingle. But seriously, go to SentivoVineyards.com. I've already gotten bottles for people, holiday gifts, all the things. And you should too. They're all Kings fans. It's a family-owned business. They are the best with
great wine. Elite wine.
Fantastic wine.
Also presented today by our friends over at
Medic Ambulance. Woo! We are so excited and thrilled to be partnering with Medic Ambulance. They set the standard in emergency medical services for over 45 years now. From life-saving responses to being the team behind the scenes at your favorite event, Medic is here to serve. Learn more at medicambulance.net.
Appreciate their support of the Deuce and Mo podcast. Also, the holiday season is here.
Mm-hmm.
If you need a gift idea, why not get some Deuce and Mo merch? Go to deuceandmo.com and use that promo code HO, and you'll save 20% off your order. It's 10% off your order. I lied. I'm sorry.
Jesus.
10. Moore's like, nope.
Can't do that.
10% off.
We already make like 50 cents a sweatshirt.
It's not about the money. It's about wearing cool merch, including our new basketball sicko crew necks, t-shirts, coffee mugs, glasses. People have said, can you make hats? I don't know. Ask my merch person. Deuce and Mo hoodies, Deuce and Mo crew necks. We've got it all. Even the OG.
Thank you so much.
Shut up and light the beam.
Seeing orders come in, and we just appreciate you all so much.
Remember this?
Are you serious? Yes, I have that in my closet.
Man, go to deuceandmo.com.
Do you remember this? Yes, I do.
Okay. I think this should be a really simple one, guys. If we disagree, I don't know what to say. The Butcher and Barrel player of the game is Russell Westbrook. Is that fair?
That is absolutely fair. We don't need to go with an opponent, someone from the other team. Let's go with Russell Westbrook.
24 points, 14 assists, and 13 rebounds. The guy was absolutely everywhere, pushing the pace, getting his teammates involved, hitting shots, hitting big shots, talking shit. This guy was an absolute menace offensively to help the Kings get back in the game and make it interesting late in this game. He's our Butcher and Barrel player of the game.
And speaking of gifts, you can also give the gift of a gift card to Butcher and Barrel if you want to make sure someone gets a local amazing meal. And if you want to go, you should go before games. They have game day deals, $38 for a Wagyu burger, a shot, and a beer. And it's right across from Golden One Center. It's literally right there. A lot of Kings fans go to the beautiful bar before games. And so you should go to it's amazing.
Back to the show. Kings Nuggets coming up.
Yeah.
Can you believe that? We get Kings Nuggets again. Not until Thursday.
Okay.
The NBA Cup play is here, and December is so much more spaced out, which I think can be really great for everybody involved. But yeah, the Kings do not play a game until Thursday when they get Denver. Then after that, they play at Minnesota. So the two games they've added, Denver and Minnesota.
Wait, so we have, today's Monday. Got it.
Monday, yeah. And then Tuesday, Wednesday, we are in Stockton for some Stockton Kings basketball.
We have a Stockton Kings game, both days, and then Thursday.
Wow,
so we're 4 days in a row of work.
Yeah, but then I don't think the Kings play until Sunday
Whoa.
in Minnesota.
Okay. Look at
I
us.
think.
Then we get 2 days off.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Denver, they've had kind of a weird run here. They've been up and down, but they're just banged up. We know how challenging they are. The Kings did beat them in Sacramento. It's hard to believe they did beat them. They had stretch where they beat Denver and Minnesota. Now you get those teams coming up again.
It's going to be tough. Denver is playing well. They've won 3 straight. I don't even know what to, it's like, what am I supposed to say to this? Like, okay, let's break down how you slow down Joker, and Jamal Murray. It's like, I don't know, put some young, fast body on them, and there you go.
You know what, though? Honestly,
What?
I am excited to see Max. Max going to start against Jokic, and what?
Look at you.
A lesson.
All right.
This is like,
that made me happy.
you ready for the NBA a little bit? Go deal with Jokic, sometimes Valanciunas.
What'd you call him?
Jokic and sometimes Valanciunas.
I thought you said, you ready for the league little big? I didn't hear what you said.
I don't
know
at this point.
I didn't know what you called. And I was like, is that his nickname?
Denver is 17-6 on the season. They are 11-2 on the road, 6-4 at home.
Weird.
11-2. That is crazy. Damn. And of course, one of those losses came at home to Sacramento.
Yeah, damn straight. Damn straight.
Let's talk about a couple of things here. We'll start first with Devin Carter. So Devin Carter, we have not seen a lot of him this year. He's played just 8 games for the Sacramento Kings in his second year in the NBA. Remember, he was a lottery pick. Last year, the timeline, he was drafted. Then we find out, actually, he needs shoulder surgery. He's going to be out a while. When's he coming back? Oh, maybe January. He ends up coming out, I remember, December last year. Started with the Stockton Kings, played a couple of games against the Austin Spurs, and then
crushed it.
Come back to Sacramento. And, oh, by the way, you got to deal with the coaching change. His rookie year was definitely, kind of crazy. He got an opportunity when the Kings started clicking under Doug when they won 7 in a row. Oh, maybe he can impact things. But it's definitely been up and down. It looked like he was struggling with conditioning issues. In the summer league, there were moments where is he figuring it out? And there are other moments you're questioning things. Well, now this year, with a new front office who did not draft him and a new coaching staff, Devin really has not gotten a lot of opportunity in year 2.
No.
And now the Sacramento Kings have assigned him to the Stockton Kings, which happened in the middle of a road trip, which I thought was a little interesting from the timing perspective. I don't understand the timing of it. I'm glad they are doing it. When we've been watching the Kings recently, especially when they're getting blown out of games, I'm going, why is he not playing? Yeah. And so if you're not going to play him in Sacramento, then go play him in Stockton. Just do it. And I don't know if he's a part of their future plans. It doesn't feel that way at all, but they also have a lot of guards on this team. Where do you weigh in on all this Devin Carter stuff?
Glad that he's going to be playing because that's so like not playing just at practice, but in game situations, in game, just to allow your body to, stay in that type of shape. I guess your mind, everything. So I'm glad that he is going to be playing in Stockton back-to-back nights. Hopefully he's playing in both. I think maybe the mindset around it was Stockton's at home. This is easier to get a couple games in while they're in Stockton rather than have him like go on the road with them,
But he hasn't been in the rotation for some time. I guess my point is they could have had him with Stockton earlier.
Totally. But what if they just,
and also they could have
didn't
just
know?
been playing him.
And what if with like Schroeder being out, they didn't know if they wanted to, what they want to do. But I'm still with you. I don't understand when the Kings were getting their asses kicked, like in so many of these games, when we were like, wait, Devin Carter can't even get a minute. Like I don't understand the mindset or I guess the strategy around it. I don't know. But I just thought it was interesting because I'm like, there is value to him, especially when you're looking for just defense or energy or something else. So great to see him with Stockton.
I liked him during the pre-draft process. And of course, he was awesome, in college. Had some really good moments. And then defensively, I think was probably the most intriguing thing for me, even though he's, 6'3". It was the wingspan. It was the rebounding.
A rebounding guard. Yeah.
The thing that I feel like he has to work on if he's going to make it in this league. And I'm not out on him either, by the way. Like sometimes guys have to go to a different spot or two to figure it out. There's something there. There are definitely questions too, but it is the conditioning. Like it's being able to go out there and compete at a high level defensively, play to your strengths, but do it at NBA speed consistently without being exhausted.
Yes.
And last year I understood it, but then there were times you're just like, man, you get tired fast out there.
Yeah.
And so that's something I'm going to be watching. But yeah, for him in Stockton, it's like, I want to see him handle. I want to see him run the team. I want to see what the shot looks like. I want to see how he competes defensively. Last year when he went to Stockton, it was more about, when guys get on assignment, it's like catering to like get the ball in his hands, get his confidence up. I don't know how they're going to deal with it this time around. It's like, hey, just kind of fit into what we're doing, or here's the ball, you're going to run the team. I'm very curious to see what it looks like the next couple of games.
Yeah. Well, at least we get to call it tomorrow night and see what Devin Carter is going to do.
That's true. The South Bay Lakers come to town.
Oh, those assholes. I couldn't think of what to call. Yeah. South Bay Lakers. Yeah. But either way, just play basketball. I don't know what it means for his future at all, though. So,
yeah. I mean, it seems like it'd be surprising if he was with the Kings long term.
Yeah, at this point, yeah. But also, like, I feel so not out of the loop, but I just feel like we don't know.
But like, because I do keep going back to like last year, what he got thrown into. You're coming off shoulder surgery. The team needs some juice, like you start the year, Mike Brown's your coach. A couple months later, when you get back out of rehab, it's Doug Christie. And then, this year there's 8,000 guards.
Yeah.
A new front office.
8,000 guards.
I mean, you played in 40 plus NBA games.
I just didn't understand when the Kings were literally getting their ass kicked.
Yeah, I'm with you.
I was like very confused about that. And so I'm sure there's a reason behind it.
Well, we did get some Mark Spears news today.
Oh, Spears.
It's a little DMZ-esque, though, I would say. Well, DMZ. Mark Spears was on NBA Today talking about the Jonathan Kuminga situation, because Jonathan Kuminga last night got a DNP coach's decision.
Uh-huh.
Let's also note the fact Steph Curry, Draymond Green, Al Horford out with injury. Like, they're shorthanded. The game prior to it, he was 1 of 10.
Yeah.
Then got a DNP CD. He was asked about it, talked to the media for about 5 minutes after the game, and was super professional. Almost so professional, it was as if he knew. He's like, I'm getting out of here in like a month anyway. I'm just going to. Anyway, Steve Kerr was asked about it, saying this is how the league works. There's always someone knocking down the door trying to get your job. So it's on everybody just to compete, bring their best effort for the team. We've got a lot of guys doing that. Kuminga said Kerr's message to him before the game was simple. The Warriors were going in a different direction. He said, quote, I'm not sure really how long it lasts, but as long as things are working out there and we are winning, I don't see the point of switching anything, changing. Whenever my number gets called, I'll be ready. Jonathan Kuminga.
Oh, hell no.
This going this way is the most predictable thing ever. It is the toxic. It's just toxic. You knew it was not meant for them to be together. And then they got back together. And everybody, it's like you guys all know the couple that broke up, got back together, and everyone likes them, but you also know they shouldn't be together.
Yeah.
And they get back together, and it's a honeymoon phase, like Kuminga was the first star of the season. It's like, oh my God, he's efficient. He's making good decisions. He's playing defense. Oh, maybe something's different. No, dude, it's the same issues. You didn't repair the issues. You didn't go to couples therapy. You just went and had the honeymoon phase again, and then the reality set in. Some struggles happened, and
dude, it's literally, and for all of my Bravo fans out there, it's like Brittany and Jared on Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. Like, I know my girl Brooke out there, she knows what's up. And those two, the most toxic relationship, that is definitely the Warriors with Jonathan Kuminga. But you don't want to know who's Jared, because whoever gets to be Jared is like
not
toxic as fuck.
Well, Mark Spears on NBA Today was talking about that, and he said that the Kings still have interest. And he said, you know, they have talked about Malik Monk in the past, and over the offseason, they offered a first-round pick. I don't think that first-round pick would be on the table this time around. So Jonathan Kuminga cannot be traded until January 15th. That's the official date, January 15th. So it's kind of the waiting games. The Kuminga stuff, if I'm the Kings, I still have the same thoughts on Jonathan Kuminga that I did a couple of months ago.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's enough flashes at his age at 22 years old that I go, Sacramento should definitely be a team that takes a swing on him. That doesn't mean I think it's going to be a home run play. I see the flaws. I see the inconsistencies. I see how sometimes he falls asleep off ball. What are you doing? But I also understand that he is in a situation right now that he has not thrived in. And I think he's at fault for some of it, but I think Steve Kerr is at fault because I don't think Steve Kerr is necessarily the beacon of developing young talent in this league. He has had a winning team, a championship team for so many years that he struggles with it. So if the price is right, if I'm Sacramento, absolutely. I need athleticism. I want a guy that's 6'8" that can defend a couple of positions, go get a bucket, young, maybe multiple. And if it doesn't work out, it doesn't kill you either. I just wouldn't commit to him for 4 years or something crazy like that. But I would definitely go, you know what? Kuminga, Keegan up front, play a little Neek with Russ.
Dude, he has the type of game and body size and athletic ability that you need in today's NBA.
Yeah.
And I think if you were going to just talk about the developmental side of things, Sacramento is not the place for him. Sacramento is in its own developmental stages, and I don't think it's great to bring in a player who already feels like he's been disrespected and then wants to be treated like maybe, I'm not acting like he wants to be treated like a god here, but like, you know, there are players that just feel like they are so good and they're like, well, I'm going to a shitty team or I'm going to a smaller market, then yeah, I'm going to be the best player on that team. And it's like, I'm hoping that that's also not.
Don't you think there's like a line to this though? Because I hear what you're saying. You don't want to.
I'd still do it.
My point is with Kuminga, like you don't want him walking in thinking like this is my franchise now.
Totally.
But you do want him to feel like
welcomed.
Wanted.
Oh my God.
And empowered to be the best version of yourself. It doesn't mean that there's not accountability there and that guess what? We want you to be this, but to get there, you're going to have to do this, and this on a consistent level.
But what sucks is that there's not stability here right now in Sacramento with anything. And so for any young player, I feel that way. And like, even when I sit here and I hear like Doug's philosophy and what he wants to do and all these different things, I just hope that he can get the roster to do those things, you know? And like, so then they can continue in that there. And by the way, like we know this, like Scott Barry's talked about this for forever, like this being like the transition period and all these different things. So it's like, yeah. And you have to make changes within the transition, but within the changes, the pieces that are part of the change need to like have patience with it too. And so if one of those pieces were to be Jonathan Kuminga, like that message would have to be clear. Like, hey, it's not right now, but it's going to be tomorrow. So be ready, kid.
Kuminga on the season averaging 12.4 points a game. He got off to a hot start, then got hurt. Then it's been a little rough sledding for him. He's played in 17 games. 13 of those were starts, shooting 44% from the field, just 32% from three-point range. Also 6.3 rebounds, 2.6 assists.
Yeah, I mean, again, I like Jonathan Kuminga. I like his game for today's NBA. I think it's all situational. I don't know. When I say like, I don't know if Sacramento would be the team that could like help mold him into, you know, professional, but I don't know that about a lot of teams that would trade for him, you know? So like, I don't know if one of these other organizations could also do that for him. You know, he also has to take accountability and want to do that. And maybe a change of scenery would also like lead him in that direction as well.
He is owed $22.5 million this year, and next year there's a team option for $24.3 million. And then there's nothing, you're committed long term. And if I was Sacramento, I would not like be diving in. I think part of it's like he's got to prove it too. Like it's for both sides, right? Like we're gonna believe in you, give you an opportunity, but it also like we can't have the lapses because if you don't feel like you are believed in Golden State, we're giving you that here. But this is what you need to give us.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
I don't know. It's just all depends what you give up. I'm not eager to be giving up first round picks on the Kings. Like I don't want to give up picks in general. You know, I want a top pick this year. I want a top 5 pick this year
for sure. But I guess I'm just to the point too for the Kings. Like the only way you're going to build this team is barely through the draft and then through trades. And through trades, you don't have a shit ton of assets. So like you have to give and take. Like you have to be willing to do things like this because this isn't a Band-Aid like a John Morant would be. You know, would be in the direction of better decision.
Yeah, he's 20.
To build
he
the
is
roster. 23
years old now. You're right. The things we talk about where the Sacramento Kings lack, he checks some of those boxes.
Absolutely.
Not necessarily with the shooting, but he checks some of them. Appreciate in the super chats. We got Am donating $10. Also, Donald James has been a member for 41 months. Give him a hell yeah. Give me a hell yeah. I've got a question. What do you guys think our J Street Dental moment of the game should be from tonight's game?
Ooh. They're a good little like Russ third quarter, like just that Russ third quarter.
Russ's game. I mean, he had a triple-double tonight. He rocked the baby a couple of times. He was talking so much shit during this game.
It was fun. It made it fun, especially when it wasn't fun.
He had 24 points, 14 assists, and 13 rebounds. I think one of my moments has to be Max with that play I was talking about where he got back on defense and ran the floor and had the dunk. What about...
Yep, I like that.
I mean, is this a moment, Neat Clifford trying to dunk on Jay Huff?
Yeah. I mean, yes. Trying to catch a body? Absolutely. Again, these are the moments that we have in this. If we're going to look back at this season and be like, holy shit, these were the moments that we wrote down.
I know.
It is.
But guess what? They're all moments.
People said Russ.
Casey says that last 6 minutes of the third quarter were fire. It was. I mean, it was getting stops, pushing, activity, Russ hitting shots, Precious Achua tip in, second chance. Yeah, that was awesome.
J Street Dental is amazing. That is our moment of the game, and they are enriching lives and enhancing smiles. Head to jstreetdentalgroup.com. You can also check out their sister office, Sacramento River Dental. Love them.
Yeah, I have to go in because I got to get more mouthwash. They prescribed me this mouthwash. Can I just tell you that has changed my life? And not from
serious.
like, it's not because I had like stanky breath.
No.
It was I had I had gum issues, and it's really helped.
Oh, and by the way, hey, looking for a holiday gift? You know you can get gift cards to J Street Dental.
Really?
I'm not every time I'm there, I see them, and I jokingly was gonna get you one, be like, well, help Deuce out with some of that mouthwash, huh?
It's a loss. We put one in, and we get to take one out from the J Street Dental Moment Jar, and find one from the past. Maybe we get a good one tonight. We want some good news, right?
Yeah.
Want a
Okay.
good
I'm putting
moment.
the good energy there.
Good energy, not a blue.
Good energy. Good
If
energy.
I picked it, I put it back.
Okay.
Interesting.
What?
Okay. I gotta look it up because I didn't put the final score.
Do you always put the final score?
I usually do. I think they. Okay. I'm going back to October 27th, 2023, Morgan.
Ooh.
October 27th, 2023. Oh, man, I knew it. Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Kings Warriors, game number 2 of the season. The Warriors won the game 122 to 114. It was a Fox and Curry duel. De'Aaron Fox had 39 points. Steph Curry had 41 points in the win. Wow. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, he had 22 in the fourth quarter. And then I also wrote, Baby Rain puked. I don't remember that. De'Aaron's...
I love that. That's part of the game. De'Aaron had 39 points and his baby puked on the side.
Oh, man. I'm going to look that game up real fast now.
That is hilarious.
That's our J Street moment of the game flashback. Okay, Warriors Kings 122, 114, 2023.
That's hilarious.
Oh, man.
I love that you actually look these up for more details.
It is kind of funny to look back at. You know what I mean?
And that you can actually find them too. Because it's usually just like a game write-up or whatever.
Yeah. Steph Curry picked up where he left off last season's playoffs against Sacramento, scoring 41 points to lead the Warriors to a 122-114 win. This was the first game at Golden One Center since Curry eliminated the Kings with a 50-point masterpiece in Game 7. Wow. Okay. Nice. The Kings scored 10 straight points to cut a 15-point deficit down to 5 with a minute 15 remaining, but Curry then made his three-pointer with 43 seconds left to seal the win. Fox had 39 points to lead the Kings. Sabonis had 19 points, 18 rebounds, and 7 assists. Wow.
What year? Wait, what year did the
That's the
Kings?
23-24 season.
And the Kings made the playoffs?
The year before that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was talking to Jason Ross today about this.
Oh.
You know, this time last year,
Oh, no.
Mike Brown was still the head coach.
When was he fired?
I think like December 20-something. December.
Whoa.
Yeah. De'Aaron Fox and Mike Brown were still here. Crazy.
That feels like a 1,000 years ago.
It honestly feels, a long, long time ago.
Oh, my God. What am I doing with my life?
Oh, my goodness. All right. Any other thoughts?
Just it's pretty crazy to soak in something like that every single time we do a podcast. We're on every other night, every couple of nights.
Yeah.
It seems like in December. And I'm always excited. That's the great part about this podcast. Every time I'm always very excited that we get to do this podcast. This makes me so happy. Did he just chuck that ball? That's funny.
I was going to show this to you, but go ahead, finish your point.
Yeah. And so anyway, but it is funny every time my emotions go to different places. I felt like last game I was just a little everywhere. In this game, I'm not. I'm cool. I'm composed. I'm good. But yeah, it's an interesting roller coaster.
I knew I wanted to ask you one thing. What did you think about Desmond Bane? He got fined $35,000 for this, I believe. Again, that Knicks Magic game yesterday. OG Anunoby going hard to the basket. And then Desmond Bane and Anunoby misses the shot, falling out of bounds. Desmond Bain grabs the ball and throws it off OG.
Looks like something I would do. Except I'm not an NBA player.
Desmond Bain does that stuff a lot. It's kind of annoying.
Like, was he just like angry?
I don't know.
I mean,
he has these dirty moments sometimes. You gotta chill.
Like I did that to you a long time ago playing 1-on-1. Remember?
Well, I mean, yeah, it makes sense.
That's what I'm saying.
I had you in jail. You were locked up.
And then I chucked the ball at you and said, "Shut the fuck up," you know? And so like,
yeah, guess who looked at the scoreboard at the end of the day and who won the game? Deuce. Mason.
Technically, I won because I chucked a ball at you.
Yeah.
No, but my point is, yeah, like you shouldn't be doing that as a professional on the court. Oh, we have
one more thing for you.
Correct.
We're gonna be talking a lot of college prospects coming up here.
Yeah.
We got the chance to watch Darren Peterson's return for Kansas yesterday. His first game back.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about the 6'6" point guard? Good size.
6'6".
Good feel. Knocking down shots. First game back.
All the things. I love it. I love his game.
Could be the number one pick.
He could be. He absolutely, and you see why. But I mean, we say this about, so many. It's because that's the other thing about you and I. What?
Go ahead.
What?
No, because I feel like you're doing the whole well, you just don't know. I know we don't know.
Okay.
Go ahead though. That's what I stopped myself.
Good job.
Continue.
So what I was saying is that you and I, like over the years, we have allowed other people to kind of tell us like, hey, who to watch and, get ready for as the Kings are in the lottery every single year. And then we'll look up highlights and stuff. What's been fun about this year is that you and I are taking more time to watch full games of some of these draft prospects. And I've really enjoyed watching some of these guys. Like the talent is truly there. It really goes to like when they're 18 years old, 19, and they have the feel that they have is where, and then I just hear they're a freshman. They've only played in this many career games. He's coming back from a hamstring injury. And I'm just always like so impressed with what they're able to do in the environment that they're in, that college atmosphere that they're in. I just think it's been really cool.
Yeah. And watching him, Caleb Wilson, there's some intriguing talent.
There is.
And so I'm excited to watch these guys throughout the year. I hear what you're saying too. It's been fun to watch, but it's also based on the fact that the Kings are 6-18, and you're like, all right, got to really start locking into the draft because they might have a very important draft pick coming up here in June.
What did you see from Darren Peterson?
It is just his feel.
Yeah.
He's got good speed.
He's like long.
He's long. He could finish at the rim. I was also just like his physique too. I'm like, he's pretty built for an 18, 19-year-old kid. Totally. And I know I see some people like, a point guard, the Kings have done that. I'm like, well, I mean, their point guard right now is Russell Westbrook. Dennis Schroeder, is he coming back, by the way?
The Kings are starting from scratch.
Yeah.
Like this isn't like Monty McNair picking 700 or drafting 700 point guards again.
No, you need to get the guy that you think, if you got one of the top picks in the draft, you need to go get the guy that you think is going to be a superstar.
Game changer.
Has the most upside possible that could a franchise changing.
Whether it's a wing, a shooter, a point, I don't care what position. Like you got to start building.
But yeah, Darren Peterson, this guy is going to get buckets at the next level. He's just smooth. He's just smooth. And it was his first game back. You could tell in the first half he's trying to feel it out a little bit, like kind of passive. Then he started to turn it on. I'm excited to watch him throughout the year now.
Totally.
So
yeah.
What's that?
I see Sea Life Bro says, my son was crying tonight because he's so sad that the Kings are constantly losing. I remember being young and being sad about that stuff. It's tough. Like you're still, and by the way, like I'm sure your son is still trying to learn how to express those emotions, and like when your team's losing, losing in any way sucks. Yeah.
Y2K says, who's leading our G League team right now? Yeah, we had to call the next couple of games. We haven't called as many Stockton games this year because of the TV schedule with NBC Sports California. it's so tough to say at this point. Like Jameer Nelson Jr. has been
Oh my
awesome coming
God.
off the bench. He's averaging like 21 points a game off the bench. That leads the G League coming off the bench. Isaiah Stevens is a fun player, but like Dylan Cardwell has been averaging a double-double. He needs reps. He needs to just play.
Yes.
But I can't. I need to see more before making any bold claims at this point.
It's fair enough.
Someone else. Oh, Enforcer said we just drafted a guard. Well, Neek, Neek Clifford's a basketball player. I think he can play some small forward. He plays some guard. Again, you drafted a guard, sure, if you want to call him that. But I don't think anyone's going, this guy is going to be a franchise-changing superstar player. You can't care about that. Like, Darren Peterson is not the same player as
The
Neek
best
Clifford. I don't.
available
Yeah.
player is who, like,
Yep.
that is where the Kings are with their entire roster, though. Like, that's just
Yeah.
where they're at.
But they're like, but you can go Caleb Wilson, who is just an athletic 6'10" dude
Yeah.
who can be a menace defensively, but then also is showing some offensive skills right now where you're like, ooh, he's got good IQ.
AJ.
DeBonsa, dude. AJ DeBonsa's got good size, 6'8", 6'9".
Yeah.
Gets to the free throw line a lot. Anyway.
There's some fun people to look at.
We appreciate you guys so much for hanging out with us. We're going to be back on Thursday for our Christmas episode.
It's our Christmas episode.
Our Christmas episode, one of many, but this is the big Christmas episode.
Well, we're calling it our Christmas episode because people's habits change during the holiday season, just with like kids being off and like family and all that shit. So, yeah. So,
You got your costume ready?
Oh, we're dressing up.
You're fine.
Ho, ho, ho.
That'd be so lame. I'm Santa Claus. I'm Mrs. Claus. Can you imagine if those were our costumes? If you guys have any predictions of what you think we're dressing up as, please let us know in the comments after. Who do you think we're dressing up as
Or
on our
what?
Christmas episode coming up on Thursday after Kings Nuggets? And it's great. The last time we dressed up was on Halloween night after the Kings got clapped.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
So what's in store for this one?
We could look really stupid.
Oh, we love you guys so much, but we got to go.
You all have a wonderful rest of your night. See ya.
Deuce and Mo, Deuce and Mo, Deuce and Mo. They tell you what they